What do you think should be done about existing student debt?
And I think in the same way Congress bailed out the banks, we need to bail out our youth.
Do you have any ideas for like how to pay for that?
Well, I mean, it's interesting. I think if you think about it, now this would be my ideal. I know that this would be difficult to make happen. But the banks that put us in this problem to begin with, especially the housing crisis, never had to pay one dime in penalties or fees. Why don't we look back at that? And why don't we look at some of the people, not just the banks, that put us in the crisis that we're in? Why aren't fees applied to them that could be applied to student loan debt?
Can you give me an example?
Well, sure. I mean, you can think of any of the banks or big institutions that defaulted, that led to us having to put taxpayers' money in. And maybe some of those institutions, then some of them have paid back the money that they got from the federal government. But, Senator Warren, she has had a number of hearings in the Senate Finance Committee, and she's essentially gone down the line and said, was anybody charged? Was anybody, convicted? Did anybody have to pay any penalties? And so rather than naming companies, we just need to reflect back on the whole crisis in 08 and 09 and look back at some of the individuals and companies and say, I think you should contribute to a solution to this problem. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Katherine Timpf, Campus Reform.